whakaritea mai ki a mātou I tēnei rā I roto I tā mātou nei mahi. Manaki te hoki etahi o ngā whānau e noho pauri ana, e noho māwiwi ana. Kei raro I te ahu o tēnei mate kei wainganui a mātou. Tēnei tā mātou inoi ki a koe. Āmeni.
Āmeni. Thank you, Kim. Nikki, who are our apologies today?
We've got Hickey, which I think you knew about, and then John as well.
Okay, thank you.
Heather,
Right.
we've just reached quorum as well, just so you know.
Have we?
Meredith has joined.
Oh, good girl. Thank you, Meredith. Marvellous. So interest, any interests for review? Anyone got any changes they want to make? No. Anyone got any conflicts in relation to the agenda today? No. Easy peasy. Previous minutes for approval. Has everyone had chance to read them? Of the any comments? No. Who wants to confirm them? No. Any matters arising?
It can only be you and Tony, Heather.
Oh, true.
We're the only ones in attendance.
Well, I was quite happy with the minutes. Were you, Tony? He's on a phone call. We'll have to catch him after. Any matters arising anyone wants to discuss? No. Actions from the previous minutes. I see there's been some positive move in the manual handling action. And the aged care staffing shortage hasn't progressed yet onto the risk register. And I probably need to catch up with Sarita and discuss that with her. No correspondence and no work program for review. We will now go over to the members' fees and expenses. Anyone got any comments on that?
No, I guess we can't ask for a pay rise at this point.
It's a shame. That would be nice. Maybe they'll give us a bonus, Meredith.
When we leave.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Amelia, you are here? No, can't see you.
Amelia's just gone back to her office and is going to join us. So.
Okay. We'll just give her a few minutes then, because next up is the risk report. Has anyone got anything they want to raise in the risk register? It's great to see the February updates in there, though I do have to say it's much more informative. We'll wait for Amelia to come on, but has anyone got anything that they want to add to it? No. Okay.
Oh, sorry, actually, Heather, I do.
Yes.
I just wanted to query, just see on the risks, appropriately noted, but does confidentiality, I guess, any kind of breach of that come up much in risk matrix? I suppose I'm just raising it as a point of just having had some confidential notes. That's that type of thing. Does that come under the risk register?
I wonder if it's covered under privacy audit. Has it, Yana?
Yes, I did look at the risk register in terms of privacy related risk, and there were some recommendations around that, which you should see when we get that report table.
And from what I've seen in the on on the, what do you call it? I should know. The tool that they write all the incidents on. I don't think there's that many breaches from what I can see, Meredith. And so people, if there are, people need to ring in. Actually, it shows up in one of the audits that there were no breaches according to one of Amelia's reports later on.
There were a few in the past,
Yes.
but not a lot. But it is, if it's not reported, then obviously we can't enter it into DATEX.
Yeah. But I'm not sure that we're proactive in checking, because our policy, I think, says that there should be audits done every now and then to see that the notes people are accessing electronically match their status as a health professional. I think that's how you would say it. I don't know if we're proactive in that. Are we? Did that show up in the privacy audit, Yana?
Yep.
I know some DHBs check it every 3 months or 2 months, just do random samples.
Yeah, it's supposed to be happening, but it's not. And that's also one of the recommendations that are in the report.
Yep. And I think that's one of the issues as people lull into a sense of security if these those audits don't happen. But when something happens, then you get quite aware of it, and it doesn't happen very often, but I'm not sure how bad it is at this stage. I mean, I won't even look at my own any results. I see clear, even though the doctor said, yeah, come look at them here. I go, no, that's against the rules. You don't do that. Are you on yet, Amelia?
Yeah.
Yep. Anything you want to raise in the risk register?
Is Jim there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep, no, we'll take it as being read because we have updated it.
Yes, it's great. I was just saying that. Thank you.
Yeah, so no further comments from me.
And Meredith was just asking about people accessing notes, and we kind of covered it in the privacy audit.
Yeah, well, you've got the Midland Central portal now, which can make it easy to see if people are accessing that when they shouldn't. In terms of the physical files, that's a little bit harder, especially when they're on the boards, because we won't take a record of people who actively go in there and have a look at what's going on.
Okay, if there's no further comments on the risk reports, we will move on. Yes.
I actually just wanted to acknowledge our crew for a very rapid update of the risk register. It was a really good read, so thank you.
Yes, I commented on that before, saying it's good to have the updates for February. No general business. And
I've got a question for general business.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you have, Heather, briefed the committee on the Te Manuataki Audit Chairs Forum.
No, I did last time, but not.
Right, okay, no, that's all good.
Usually I'll give an update, but yeah, New Year brain, forgot all about it. Usually I have something written down what we've been doing. Ian, maybe you can update us because your brain's probably better than mine.
Yeah, no, certainly, very happy to do that. So the audit committee chairs met in late January, if I remember correctly, so it would have been about 3 weeks ago, just to advance the work that we're doing in identifying key risks across the region. So we produced a paper which had 7 risk areas which were common across our district health boards, and wouldn't be of any surprise to anybody on this call. I can go through them. Are you interested in hearing what they are? Is that worth going through? So I've got them on the whiteboard in front of me, so I don't need to turn to my paper. So the first one, and unsurprisingly, is concerning workforce and ensuring that both clinical and non-clinical workforce, we have sufficient capability and capacity to do the work that we need to do, even business as usual, but also obviously in this challenging time we have at the moment with with COVID concerns. The knock-on effect with not having obviously workforce under well resourced across our district health boards is that gaps will form. It does mean that our COVID response could be compromised, and certainly trying to advance areas such as equity. Another risk area will be compromised as well. So a lot of it comes back to workforce, and we did note that district health boards are already working together in a collaborative sort of way, in many cases through the general manager groups. So there's a regional GM group for pretty much every discipline, and those groups working together to cover gaps. I think I said in one of the recent meetings that a good example of that working is in finance. We have a number of accountants have disappeared or gone to other roles. It's obviously quite a heated market out there. So we have the CFOs, my understanding is that they're working together to cover those gaps where they can, and even HealthShare is contributing to that as well. So that would be an example of a tactic that we're doing against that risk. I mentioned COVID resilience, and I'll also point out that there is a regional resilience plan that's been stood up, and there's a group of people that are running that. I believe that Waikato DHB is taking the lead on that after HealthShare standing it up. So that's a work stream I'm not really close to, but I understand it's well resourced and it's moving forward. There are risks concerning the transition. The audit committee chairs were pretty uncomfortable about the lack of clarity as to how we'll do any kind of due diligence handover from governance to the new governance in Health NZ. So we've specifically made that clear and asked for a bit of clarity via the regional group as to how we could get that. Clearly, everybody who's in a governance role, and those of us who are in insurance roles, want to make sure that things don't fall between the cracks after 1st of July in terms of ensuring there's proper oversight handover for what needs to happen. So that was another risk. There are other risks regarding capital long-term planning. Obviously, at the moment, there's a bit of a pause in approvals and some new things, although I would note there are some capital projects well in train across the region, and the ministry is continuing to engage with us to move those forward. And the last one was to do with systems. So IS systems and other systems, things such as payroll, are in various states of perhaps not what we consider to be best practice level of robustness. But again, those continue to be business as usual things we work on as we go forward over the next few months. So that would be the, if you like, in a nutshell, a summary of where we identified the risks. So we took that paper up to the joint governance group, of which Kim is a member, and Jim was there also with their counterparts in the other district health boards across the region. Ministry of Health was also represented at that meeting, and I think they were pleased to see that we had an idea of where we saw the key risk areas were. The challenge now is to continue to sort of like update in terms of what we're doing to mitigate the risk. It's all very good and well to identify where our challenges are, but another challenge to say how we're managing it going forward. So I'm just trying to engage with various groups so we can keep that alive and updated. But certainly, I think what we're doing in Te Manautaki, I don't see being replicated in any other region. So it is really good what we're doing. And I've also said that we're very happy to contribute elsewhere if the way we're doing things is useful to other regions also. So that's a summary on what we talked about and what we sent to Joint Governance Group. Happy to take any questions. It continues to be an evolving piece of work that we're doing, but we understand the necessity for it in the climate that we're in now.
Ian, just on the governance handover, we did at the Joint Governance Group talk about putting together a Te Manautaki briefing to the incoming boards of Health New Zealand and the Māori Health Authority, which Andrew Campbell-Stokes I think will be leading, but we may well be winding you into that too.
I was about to say, he hasn't told me about it yet. I'll probably be given the task. I think that's very sensible, and we're very keen. Certainly, if I speak for Andrew and myself and HealthShare, we're very keen to ensure that we're the glue that allows things to work going forward. So, Kim, that sounds really encouraging. I'm obviously very happy to pick that up.
Great, thank you.
Great, thank you, Ian. We will now move to excluding the general